Hello everyone, this is the Crazy Canuck again. Just wanted to give you a little tour here on this video. Just going to show you a little bit of what I've got going on. It's a beautiful day. It's probably our second or third day above normal before we head back into a few weeks below normal. And I just wanted to show you what I have for a greenhouse. This greenhouse I built a few years ago. I had intentions of putting this type of paneling on it, so when I built it, because the panels are 12-footer, I built the ceiling or the roof and the walls at 6 feet each and designed everything else around it. So then I only had to cut the panels in half and I would have no waste. So I'll take you for a little tour inside. Now this is the inside. I've got a shelf up there that I was growing things in. And this here was the flood bed system I set up. So generally I'd put pails that I got for free, put soil in them, and plant in them, and as usual I overplanted and it looked like a jungle in here. So this system worked really well. You can put in all your water you need in the morning, it'll take it up, and you've got at least 24 hours, sometimes 48 hours worth of watering. Now this is going to be repurposed this spring, and hopefully sooner, because it's just too small for growing enough food to sustain us over the winter. So here's plan B. I've got this shop that I'm going to be stripping out, pulling all the tin off of, and then covering the roof and the walls with the paneling that's on the greenhouse. Now the 6-foot panels that are on the greenhouse will go on the front, on the south side here, and then I'll have to buy some new panels for the roof. But that's generally the plan, and hopefully I can have it up and running before spring. You might have seen as I was panning around that had something interesting going on over here. I had taken a few years back in this greenhouse and I was trialing different growing methods. I was trialing aquaponics, which was what these blue half barrels are for. I was doing container in soil. I was doing deep water culture using worm casting tea. So now I've repurposed everything again. This is the box that I made years ago for my fish, the ones you saw in the last video in the shop. So this wasn't really a aquaponics, it wasn't a wicking bed, it wasn't anything like that. It was just generally I put soil in and watered them from the fish, and that's about it. It was simple. So if you use your imagination, you can come up with all kinds of different ideas as to how to grow food. And especially up here where we lose a lot of light in the wintertime and it gets really cold, it gets really challenging. Back in the 80s, I used to start gardening on May 1st. Traditionally around here, the gardening starts long weekend in May, so probably third weekend in May. I would start the frost hardy onions, other crops like that are frost hardy. I'd start those May 1st, plant normally on the third weekend of May, and then the frost sensitive plants would be June 1st, like cucumbers, tomatoes. Now interestingly enough, with all this so-called global warming we've had, there's still snow on the ground May 1st. I haven't been able to start gardening May 1st for at least 20 years. So moving indoors is the only thing. By the time it's time to start gardening, it's already too late to put stuff in the greenhouse. It's too cold to start the greenhouse any sooner. So that's why I'm going with making part of my workshop into a greenhouse. A little more energy efficient, and I can do a lot more with it over the entire year instead of just seasonal. So that's it. That's a little update on our situation here. And if you're wondering what the little piles of straw are over there, that's my bees. Got 8 hives all wrapped up in there, and hopefully most of them will survive the winter and we can get busy in the summer again. So that's it. Subscribe if you haven't, like if you like, and we'll talk to you soon.